Hello, good morning, and welcome to our 15-minute wake-up yoga practice. You don't have to do it in the morning, you can fit it in anywhere in your day where you need to. So this practice is perfect. You're waking up in the morning first thing, you're feeling a little bit tight in the joints, maybe you slept a bit funny on your neck, and now you just want to get yourself started for the day, and you only have 15 minutes. So you're going to start off by sitting. I've decided to sit on my bolster. It's a bit more comfortable for me than sitting cross-legged, so just find a comfortable seat for you. Start by growing nice and tall through the crown of the head, drawing the navel in, lifting up the muscles around the pelvic floor area, and just start to slow down the breath. Taking a few nice, deep, conscious breaths. Inviting new energy into the body this morning. Relax the right ear to the right shoulder. Maybe we stay in our stretch here. Maybe we use the right hand on top of the left ear to add a bit more pressure. Maybe the left hand comes underneath the left seat. Really enjoying this stretch all down the left side of the neck. You can keep the eyes closed if you like, or opening the eyes, it's up to you. Just taking a few nice deep breaths here. And then gently, whenever you're ready, cradling the cheek, coming back into the center, and we'll do the other side. Taking a breath, reset the spine, and then dropping the left ear to the left shoulder. Maybe stay here, or take any of the variations on this side as you did on the last one. Staying here for a few deep breaths. Navel drawing in, releasing any tensions in that neck. And then gently cradling the head, coming back into the center. And release the hands back down into the lap. Take a deep breath, reset the spine. We're going to hold on to the opposite wrist. So left hand grabs the right wrist. We reach the arms forward and up. First of all, we're going to take a nice deep stretch, lifting up into the center, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, and then reaching up and over, getting a stretch into the side body. Keep your hips grounding down as we reach up and over. We're pushing this side body over to the wall away from us as we reach the arms up and over. Take one deep breath. And inhale back to the center. Exhale, release the hands down. Taking the other side, right hand grabs the left wrist. Inhale, lift up, lengthening through. And exhale, pushing the left body out towards the side, reaching the arms up and over. We're using the bottom hand, grabbing the wrist to pull up and over, stretching into that side body. And then inhale back to the center. Exhale, releasing the arms down. Bringing the right hand on the outside of the right knee. Left hand can come to the base of the spine and coming into a gentle twist, taking the gaze behind us. Every inhale, grow nice and tall, and every exhale, twist. Taking a few nice deep breaths here. Keep the navel drawing in towards the spine. And then inhale to come forwards. And exhale, break the pose. Take a deep breath into the center, and we'll find our way into the other side. So taking the left hand on the outside of the right knee, right hand comes behind us, maybe to the base of the spine or to the floor, or holding a bolster, whatever feels comfortable for you. And just taking a few breaths here as we inhale to lengthen and exhaling to twist. Opening up through the chest, drawing the navel in towards the spine and inviting new breath into the body. Inhale, slowly make your way back into the center. Reset the spine, take a nice deep breath. And then removing whatever it is you're sitting on, just taking a moment. Find your way to lie down on the back with the knees tucking into the chest. You can gently rock from one side to side. Starting to release any tensions in the lower back. Bringing the arms out to the side like a cactus, bending at the elbows 90 degrees. We take the knees up and over to the right as we start to gaze over to the left. Inhale to come back to the center, and exhale coming into the other side. Keep this working with the breath. You want the knees to be roughly in line with the navel. We're really working into our core and opening up, releasing into the back. So just taking a few rounds of this pose. Try not to let the knees drop all the way to the floor. We're using our core, controlling this movement. When you've finished your next round, slowly come back to the center, hug the knees into the chest, lift the head up, and gently rocking up and down the length of the spine until you come all the way to sit. And then we find our way into all fours, with the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Opening up into the chest, inhale as we lift the head, the shoulders come back. And exhale as you curve the spine, drop the head down, lifting up the space between the shoulders. And keep that breath going as we keep the movement. So there's no clear beginning or end to this pose. We're just starting to work through the spine, making sure that we are feeling that fluidity move through the spine. Every single part of it, from the head and the neck all the way down to the tailbone. Taking a few more breaths here as we work into the spine, inhaling as you come forwards. And exhaling as you go back. And then on your next inhale, finding a neutral spine. Good, coming up to kneel, taking the right leg forwards. Maybe here is good for you, keep the tailbone tucking under, or we start to sink the hips forwards here. You can keep the hands to the hips if you like, or bring the hands to the side. Maybe fingers coming towards the floor. Maybe the hands come on the front leg, up on the knee as you start to open up through the chest. Take a nice deep breath here. Maybe you stay like this, or reaching the arms forwards and up, and then interlace the fingers around the back of the head. Push the back of the head into the hands, coming into a gentle back bend as you keep pushing the hips forwards. Taking one more deep breath here. And then inhale, slowly coming all the way up to the center, releasing the hands down. Tucking the back toes, bringing the left arm forwards, right arm back, and start to gaze behind you, coming into a gentle twist. Make sure this leg is still in the same place here. It's tempting to kind of twist the leg out as you do your turn. So keeping everything nice and straight, the twist is coming from the torso. And if this is too much pressure on the neck, just keeping the head to the center of the chest. One more deep breath here. And then exhale as we windmill the hands down to the floor. Stepping the right foot out to the right side. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Tucking the back toes, lifting the back knee off the floor. If this is already too much, then we're taking the hands onto our blocks and keeping the chest lifting up. Otherwise, hands to the floor, arms straight. We gently rock the weight forwards and back as we start to open up into these hips, forwards and back. Good. Now keep working the hips forwards, drop the back knee, uncurl the toe. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you like to stay here. Otherwise, maybe you can drop the left forearm to a block or maybe the floor. Maybe the right forearm can drop to the block or to the floor again. And then just working into this pose, taking a few deep breaths here. Try not to let the head drop down, just keep the chest open, gazing to the floor. Keep working this hip towards this ankle. Staying there, just a few more breaths. And then slowly start to make your way out of the pose. Good, keep the left hand to the floor. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath here. Optional, bend the back leg, reaching the hand back. Now you see how I push the hips back to get the foot. So from here I pushed back and got the foot, and then come forwards again, taking the gaze behind you. You can always use a strap to hold the leg there, or keep the leg straight. Again, you can be like this, choosing the one that is good for you, and hold it here. Take a nice deep breath, and then exhale, slowly releasing down, stepping the right foot back. Find your way into your downward facing dog and start to pedal through the feet. Our first downward dog of the day. So maybe the backs of our legs feel quite tight. It's okay, just keep bending through the knees. Keep that navel drawing in. Gaze and goes towards the toes. You can bend the knees, keep pushing the hips back, working through the shoulders. You can do a few gentle bounces through the shoulders here if you like, starting to warm up, opening through the body. Nice. Inhale, coming forwards, dropping the knees and coming up. Coming up to kneel, having our left leg forward this time. And again, you can bring the hands to the hips. Make sure we have the pelvis tucking under, starting to sink the hips forwards. Maybe this is enough for you. Maybe you like to stay here, or sinking hips a bit lower. Maybe the hands come by the side, gently working on bringing those fingertips towards the floor. Maybe the hands on top of the front leg, choosing what's good for you. Taking a nice breath here, keeping the chest open. Maybe you like to stay there, or on your next inhale, reaching the arms up, interlace the fingers around the back of the head and push the back of the head into the hands, lengthening through the front body as we come into this back bend here. Taking a few deep breaths here, opening up through the chest. And exhale, slowly coming all the way back up to the center. Bringing the right hand forward, left arm back. Maybe you start to turn the gaze, looking behind you as we open up into this twist. Otherwise, keep the head to the middle of the chest and just slowly work on opening up through the torso. Holding it here, taking one more nice deep breath. And then exhale, bringing the hands down to the floor and stepping the left foot slightly over towards the left. Making sure your hands are shoulder width apart. Remember, if you used the blocks last time, then get your blocks set up, tucking the toes under of your back leg, lifting the back knee up, and then gently we rock forwards and back, forwards and back, forwards and back. Start to work the hips forwards. Maybe you bounce here a few times. Maybe drop the back knee and curl the toe. Keep the hips working forwards. Maybe you drop the right forearm. Can be to a block as well, or the left, and holding it here. Taking a few nice deep breaths. Navel draws in. Keeping the head and the shoulders lifted, engaged, and keep that hip working forwards. Opening up into our lizard pose. Just taking a few breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly walking the hands back up. Keep the right hand planted to the floor. Maybe we're bending the back knee. Maybe we're using our strap. I push the hips back as I take hold of the foot, and then I push the hips forwards again, and I start to open up, looking behind me. Now you can either be working into your quad stretch, pulling this leg nice and close, or you can kick the foot back and work more into your back bend. So choose the thing that is comfortable for you. And make sure you're doing the same on this side as you did on the last side. Keep working those hips forward. Last breath. And then exhale, coming back to the center, tucking the toes. Step the foot back, come into your downward facing dog. Pedaling through the feet, taking a few moments there. Good, softening through the feet. Gently walk the feet forwards to the top of the mat. Feet hip distance apart. Bend through the knees. Belly to thigh contact, and just let the head hang heavy as you take hold of opposite elbow. Gently start to shift the weight from one side to the other. And whenever you're ready, just settling back into the center. Relax the hands down to the floor. You can gently nod the head yes. Gently shake the head no if you need to. If you're having any tensions in the lower back, just take the hands to fists, gently massaging into that lower back. And then relax the hands, softening through the knees. Start to peel up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, until you come all the way up to stand. Rolling the shoulders up and back. Stepping the feet together, hands to the heart center. Take a deep breath here. And release the hands, ready to start your day.